Thus we reach the final chapter. Yo! Welcome back to a new video. As always, it is your unboldly host, SGSAMI, and yo! You know what it is, for the last couple of weeks, ever since I've been up to date with Kimetsu no Yaiba, I've been doing spoiler videos, and then I've been not doing the reviews, but obviously this week is different. This week is unfortunately, as some of you or all of you might have known already or have just found out, is the final chapter of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. The manga ends this week. It is its final chapter. The mangaka is going out of Tokyo. She's going back to live with her parents. This is all rumors, of course, but apparently in a translation, the author is deciding to end it earlier than she expected due to family issues. So we will respect the mangaka, of course. But guys, that's it. It's the last chapter. Now, before getting into this review, obviously, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, no matter what you think. And guys, honestly, no matter what I think about this final chapter, as bad as it is in my personal opinion, I gotta love it. I mean, I love this manga. Like, after the anime ended, I caught up to the manga almost immediately. And for the last, like, what, 20 weeks, 30 weeks, I've been reading this manga weekly. I think I caught up around the Zenitsu fight, and it was one of the absolute best mangas I have caught up to. And it was literally phenomenal. The Red Light District, the train arc, that is being turned into a whole movie, for fuck's sake, was fantastic. Everything leading up to the last 20-30 chapters was literally fantastic, and then it took a sharp turn for disaster. As some of you might have already known, for the last 20 weeks, for the last 20 chapters, I have very much not enjoyed reading Kimetsu no Yaiba, and if I did know it was not ending, I would have unfortunately dropped it. But with that being said, we've reached the final chapter, and honestly, it's bittersweet. It's not what I wanted. It is absolutely not what... I don't think anyone wanted this, but it is what it is. And with that being said, let's get into Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, for the final time, chapter 205. Right, so start off straight away. Everyone's dead. They're all dead. Zenitsu dead, Tanjiro dead, Nezuko dead, Inosuke dead. Dead. They're all literally dead. We get none of them this chapter. We do get one. One of them is still alive because obviously he's a demon. But the one who's currently the only person from our timeline, the manga we read, who is alive, is in fact, if I don't forget his name correctly, I believe it's Yushiro. The one obviously in love with Tomoya. He's now actually an artist working in Japan. His name is Yamamoto Yushiro. Now it's pretty interesting, obviously he's now thousands of years old, depending on where technology is currently in this modern era. But he's living as an artist in Japan, and all he does is paint a painting of one girl, and of course it's Tomoya. Yushiro's still in love after thousands of years, and it's still heartbreaking, still very heartbreaking. But yeah, other than Yushiro, everyone else is literally dead. Very, very dead. This is now 1,000, I think maybe 200, maybe 300, 400, 500 years later. It is the next generation. This is Naruto Next Generation Boruto. If Boruto was set after Naruto's death, this is pretty much what's going on. And we actually start not with Tanjiro's descendants, but instead with Kamado Kanata. So he's waking up for school. It's Sumiko. Oh my god, all their names are honestly very confusing, and obviously this is the fan translations, so a lot of these names might actually be wrong, but let me give you a sum up of what's going on. Zenitsu looks like he finally achieved his dream and married Nezuko. In the future, Zenitsu's descendant, Agatsuma Yoshitaro, is a brother to Agatsuma Toko. Toko is actually a direct copy of Nezuko. This is why I believe Zenitsu and Nezuko finally got together. It's never confirmed. Like, this is one thing that pisses me off. None of the ships were confirmed. Not a single one of the ships were confirmed. But this one, I think, is pretty obvious. Yoshitaro is actually reading Zenitsu's own book that he used to write back in our day. And he's reading about the tales of the demon slayers. And it's turned into legends. It's turned into our history. Like, this is all folklore. This is legends. This is how legends are told. Someone had to write it, you know? Someone had to live through it. Nobody believes it. They said, even Nezuko's descendant, Agatsuma Toko, even comes up and says, "You're reading great-grandfather's science fiction again? Demons, tales of demon slayers, vampires. They're all science fiction." And that's honestly hilarious. But yeah, so Agatsuma, obviously being Zenitsu's second name, it seems like he's the great-grandfather of Yoshitaro and Toka. Toka is a direct copy of Nezuko. That's why I believe Zenitsu and Nezuko got together. It's the only confirmed ship at this point. But pretty much, Nezuko's got this. Nezuko kinda. Toka's got Nezuko's personality, and Yoshitaro is literally a carbon copy of Zenitsu. Falls in love with girls, cries a lot, reads books and stuff, and it's honestly hilarious. Everyone else is also reincarnated, it seems. Inosuke is now a doctor. This looks like Inosuke's descendant. His name is Hashibara Aoba-san. So his name is Aoba, and he's a male who looks literally like Inosuke, but he's now a doctor. So Hashibara, so obviously Inosuke is being the only Hashibara left since his family was murdered. I guess Inosuke got with someone. I don't know who. This is what pisses me off about this chapter. I don't know what ships are canon. The only one I can tell off my head that's canon is Zenitsu and Nezuko. Everyone else is just left up for guess. Well, it looks like Inosuke got with someone. His great descendant is actually a botanist, and he discovers something. A new flower called a blue spider lily. It only blooms 2 or 3 days a year. And unfortunately, this time around, when he discovered it, he let them wither by mistake. So he's on the news being criticized about it. So it seems that there is setup for a future if we are going to continue. Because obviously, Yushiro is still alive. But Inosuke's descendant has discovered the blue spider lily. Obviously, the blue spider lily, for those that don't know, is the essence of the blue spider lily was used to make Muzan, the first vampire or demon, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty interesting. So the blue spider lily still exists, and they found a way that it blooms about 2 or 3 times a year. So there is setup for a possible, obviously a possible conclusion. And honestly, this entire chapter is kind of heartwarming. Toka is in love with some other guys. We see some other people. We see all the pillars. Some of the pillars, the stone pillar, the one who loved children and is now working in a nursery. It's honestly hilarious. The snake pillar and the flower pillar, it seems like they're together and they've started a shop. So they're doing like a flower shop and it's got snake decorations. It's honestly hilarious. But these are not our people. These are not the people we fell in love with. And then we get into Tanjiro's descendant, who's late for school, wakes up, literally backflips out the fucking window. It looks like, I don't know, he's still got, like, he's descendant of Tanjiro, so I guess they're somehow using the breathing technique here, because he literally backflips out of a window. Like, the fuck, dude? He's a hardcore parkourist, and he actually runs into the flame pillar, and they're escaping from the police. It's honestly super cool. He runs past. Oh my god, it's bittersweet. And then at school, this guy is watching the news about a painter called Yushiro who only paints one person. Obviously, I mentioned before, Yushiro is the only living person remaining. He's obviously also a demon, so I guess he can create more demons. But all he does in his life is just create paintings of the one girl. And he calls the paintings Tomoya. Obviously, we know what that means. But Tanjiro's descendant runs into the Flame Pillar's descendant, so it looks like the Flame Pillar's brother actually managed to find someone, I guess. And they're running to school. His name is Shumiko. They're running to school, do backflips over the building. They actually get in trouble, and it's hilarious. And a call gets called home, and this is how this story ends. A call gets called home because obviously Tanjiro's descendant is late to school. And this, Tanjiro's, Tojuro-kun, I think his name is, Tojuro-kun, is late to school, so he gets a call home. And we see a mother pick up saying, yes, this is Kamado. What? My son? And it pans out to the left. The black blade that belonged to Tanjiro. His earrings on the wall and a photo of all the members of Demon Slayer. And that's how it ends. Tanjiro's descendant, his mother, apologizing to the school, obviously, for his son being late. We pan out the black blade that belonged to Tanjiro, his earrings on the wall, and a photo of the whole group that survived, obviously, after everything. For better or for worse, this chapter was bittersweet. I hated it, but I also liked it. At the end of the day, it's the final chapter, so I have nothing but love for the series. It's sad that literally none of the ships were confirmed. I don't know what the fuck was confirmed. I only guess Zenitsu and Nezuko was confirmed because obviously Zenitsu's descendants literally look like him and Nezuko, so... And obviously Inosuke's descendant is alive because the botanist is called Hashibara. And they all live in the same town, so... It's pretty cool, it's bittersweet. But, I mean, that's it. That's Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba for you. It's a sad, bittersweet ending. I would have loved to see who Zenitsu... If Zenitsu ever got with Nezuko. I would have loved to see more of Nezuko, to be honest. I would have loved to see more of Tanjiro. The 500-year time skip, that was unnecessary. We could have just had a 10, 20-year time skip. Like an old Tanjiro who's now actually a father. Who's alive for his children unlike his own father. Inosuke trying to, like, raise kids. That would have been funny as hell. But they're all dead. And they're now just a picture on a wall. Memories in a book about science fiction. About a time where demons roamed the earth. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Sim, as always. Peace!